Our number one priority is to protect public health. Out of all the services we offer, only one is ingested, and that's water. If the surrounding soil enters a distribution pipe through a break, bacteria hitch a ride. A very common group of bacteria called coliforms are naturally found in soil and raw water sources. We use the presence of these coliforms to determine if the integrity of the water has been compromised. If you find coliforms when testing the water, the chances are high that other types of bacteria are present as well. While the majority of coliforms pose no health risk, the presence of any coliform indicates potential contamination, including E. coli, a harmful bacterium that can cause serious illness. It's important that we take all necessary precautions to prevent our community from ingesting these bacteria. A lot of factors can play into this. Springfield, Missouri is about 80 square miles, but it contains approximately 1,300 miles of water pipes, and that's a lot of pipelines that are exposed to circumstances that could damage the system. Extremely dry air or cold events can cause the soil on the ground to shift, which puts stress on the pipes and potentially causes them to break. We also see the occasional accident in which pipes are damaged due to projects that involve digging. There are also natural causes such as roots infiltrating the system, corrosion of materials like iron or steel, and erosion from that constant flow of water through the pipes. Once we have identified the location of the break, our water construction team will isolate that part of the system, which may temporarily interrupt service for the affected customers. While the break is being repaired, other departments within CU will begin the process of identifying affected customer accounts and contacting those individuals through several different means. CU's main form of notification is through the contact information listed on customer accounts, such as emails and phone numbers. CU will call or text those phone numbers based on the customer's preference. In the case of a large-scale boil water advisory, the fastest way to get the most information out to our customers is through social media. Water samples are collected in sterile bottles and transported to the laboratory for analysis. Since coliform bacteria are typically present in low numbers, a nutrient medium is added to the sample to encourage bacterial growth. These samples are then incubated at a suitable temperature, around 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit, for 18 hours. If there were any bacteria in the original sample, they will multiply during that incubation period and we'll be able to make a visual determination that they are present. This incubation period, coupled with sample collection and transportation time, often results in a 24-hour period before confirmed test results are available. This time frame is a key factor in determining the duration of a boil water advisory. The specific instructions and duration of the boil water advisory may vary depending on the situation. Avoid using tap water for drinking, cooking, preparing infant formula, brushing teeth. Try to use bottled water to rinse. Any water that will be consumed, used for food prep, or even cleaning an injury should be boiled vigorously for 3 to 5 minutes and then allowed to cool. While the boil advisory is in effect, empty your ice trays or dispensers and do not make new ice until the advisory is lifted, even if it has been passed through a filter. When showering or bathing, be mindful of water entering your mouth. Wash dishes and utensils in hot soapy water and rinse thoroughly with boiled water. If you are a business that is affected, especially one that prepares food or offers water to their customers and clients, make sure you follow all state health guidelines. In those cases, I encourage them to reach out to our local health department for more information. During every advisory, a repaired line will be flushed with clean water and a set of samples will be collected for coliform testing. These samples are delivered to CU's drinking water laboratory, where a certified professional will analyze the sample for bacteria. If after initial setup and an 18-hour incubation period, the samples are determined as coliform negative, then the advisory would be lifted. The water is confirmed safe for drinking and you can resume your normal routine. While these advisories are in effect, many people will have reduced their water usage. So I also recommend flushing your pipes for 2 to 3 minutes after an advisory has been lifted to clear out any stagnant water that may be in the house lines. CU employees are your fellow community members, and we also want quality drinking water for our families and our friends. We are very committed to protecting public health, and we have an excellent track record with federal and state drinking water agencies. Cities don't always own the water treatment plant, water sources, or the water distribution system that brings quality water to your home. But in the case of Springfield, we do all three. Not only are we taking proactive approaches to protect our lakes and rivers, but we also have our own laboratory that has been certified by the Missouri Department of Natural Resources. This means that we do not contract out our water samples to a third party. Instead, we do our own in-house testing under strict guidance from the state. This expedites sample analysis and provides a great service to our customers. Our lab is vigorously audited by the Department of Natural Resources to maintain state certification as a drinking water laboratory. They review our quality assurance plans, analysis reports, and operating procedures. They look into our methods to ensure we are up to date on our testing procedures. They check our instrumentation, maintenance, and inventory records. All of that is to say that maintaining certification in a drinking water laboratory is tedious, but absolutely necessary if you want to ensure your water is safe to drink. Additionally, laboratory staff are licensed by the Missouri DNR to collect water samples, which requires hours and hours of training every year to maintain those licenses.